Hi, Liz Broaddus here again. I wanted to make a separate video than my introduction for this series, simply because mm, the current circumstances that we're in, the COVID-19 pandemic that is going on in our world currently, is not what this series is about. Although I do feel that it is very important to discuss. Um, that is not what I wanted to make this series about. So that being said, I do want to discuss in this series um, different circumstances that we're finding ourselves in, that leaders are finding themselves in regards to having to lead a team virtually when maybe they've never had to before, to have to lead a team and connect with them and not be in the same room or the same building, and what that looks like. Um, and it's a very real situation that people are having to learn in a very short time frame, and it's creating struggles for people. Um, and I feel that it's very important to talk about. So with that, I feel we need to talk about the changing dynamics of the company culture, the different ways that leaders can continue to connect with their teams, um, and videos that I have recorded previously. I did start recording this series a couple months ago. So I do have some videos that I am going to be posting where I'm having conversations with leaders that may not be discussing our current situation, simply because at the time of the recording, we were not in this situation. Although I will address that in each video as they're being posted. So one thing that I would like to address currently is the statement of "this is our new normal." I don't feel that's the case. It's our current normal, I guess, but it's not going to be forever. And hopefully, if people start to follow the guidelines of the CDC, to follow the guidelines of their local and state government, and follow the shelter-in-place orders, only get out whenever you absolutely have to, those type of things. It'll be very important for us to follow those guidelines, and if we are going to if we do follow those guidelines, then hopefully within the next couple 2 or 3 months, we may start seeing us be able to get back to our normal, or as close to that same normal as we had before. But I do think that this time is definitely a time of learning. I'm learning, even though I have been working from home for a while now. There are still changes in my life, in my day-to-day life, in my work life as well, that are coming up every single day. We're all dealing with something new and different right now that no one else has ever dealt with before. And we need to talk about that. We need to talk through it. We need to figure out how to get through it um, in our communities. And our communities include, those that might be on the other side of the world. We need to have those discussions and really talk through this so that we can get through this um, as best we can, and help each other get through it. We need to check on our teams, even though we're not in the same room, all of those things. So again, these are topics that I'm going to continue to discuss as the series goes on, as we get closer to getting back to our normals, whatever that looks like for us. Another thing that we need to start talking about is how we can start, whenever it is time to start getting back to those normals, what that's going to look like staffing wise. Are we our current employees that can't come to work? We want them to return healthy and safe, to get back to their normal lives as well. So we need to start talking about and planning for that, planning for staffing, maybe for people that aren't going to come back, or whatever the case looks like for yourself. How we can start planning for that, how we can start looking at what that's going to look like, because hopefully in the next couple weeks that's something that we're going to start having to do. So that being said, again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this. Like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know if there's anybody, if you would like to be a part of the discussion, or if you feel like there's someone else that should be a part of this discussion. If you have any questions, that you would like for me to address, if you have any issues that you feel like we need to discuss, I would really appreciate you reaching out. My email address is liz@thepeople-person.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn at Elizabeth Broaddus, MBA, and I'd be more than happy to have a conversation. Thank you again so much for taking the time out to watch. Have a great day.